Yeah. Welcome. It's me, ZALES.
And I'm Diamond.
And we are the Carbon Couple. Welcome back. We are doing the Denounced podcast, where we are the most denounced. Today we're going to be talking about double standards. Double standards. Rules for thee, but not for me.
You're ruling.
Let me go get my go get the talking points.
The talking points for the iPads. We might sound a little nasally today. I know I feel a little nasally.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we just ate some yellow rice and steak.
Stock.
Some steak.
Now, anybody? What happened?
She said, yeah, that's what she said. it pops up on my phone before it like pops up on like our streaming shit over here on the computer. So I like see messages and stuff before ZALES does. So I would like laugh and respond to it before he even sees what the hell was being written.
Yep. Now we got all types of different double standards. We got standards that apply to race, gender, class. One group is allowed to do something with impunity, while another group, if they do the same thing, outrage. You can't do that. That's only for me.
They go, what? What the fuck?
You're not equal. We're not equals. You can't do what I do. I do no wrong.
I am right.
Yeah, I'm right and you're wrong. I'm big and you're small. There's nothing you can do about it.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong.
That's a double standard.
Yeah.
Right there. He thought he could talk to Matilda any type of way, and he was a crook and a piece of shit father.
Yep. And she saved his ass.
Mm-hmm.
What a good daughter.
I feel the same exact way. That my ears have been bothering me I feel like I got off a plane like a couple of days ago, and my ears still haven't popped. It's annoying. Yeah, why don't we talk about this? We can open it up with those double standards, the ones that kids have to deal with.
Okay. And
then we go on to this.
The adults.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that one, but that is a double standard. Kids got to deal with a lot of shit just because they're kids.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a kid. I'm being left with an adult, and I have to listen to the adult. The adult is an authority now, even though.
Hey, welcome, madame.
Hey, madame, what's up? Yep. So I remember being left with an adult and them being an authority, even though they didn't know their ass from their elbow. And it's like, how are you an authority? I'm smarter than you, and I'm 8. But it is how it is. That's life. How an adult, like, not even like your mother or father, somebody who's not an authority figure, they could be an uncle or aunt, and they feel like they can talk to you any type of way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, motherfucker, like, who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to talk to me this way because you think I'm young and you can get away with it. Wait till I tell my mom or dad and they'll tear your ass a new one.
After you hear from me.
Yeah, you bum-ass motherfucker. I hate that shit. How many of you had to deal with a older relative who was maybe 20 years older than you, and every time you said something to them, oh, you think you grown? And it's like, nigga, we in the same tax bracket. I'm your age. What the fuck you talking about? I make more money than you. Stay in your old ass lane.
Yeah, Madame couldn't be in the chat yesterday because she was at work.
Yep.
She got home basically when we got off.
But she's here now, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yo, Nat went off earlier in the Discord. I understand where she's coming from. Yeah, dude's acting kind of funny on.
Hey, commentary. Welcome back.
Hey, Kelly, welcome. Nice to have y'all with us. We're talking double standards.
Yep. So we're basically starting off with kids because we set a line for Matilda. So we're starting off with double standards children have to deal with.
I don't like when people treat children as if they're not intelligent, even though they're young. Yes, they're inexperienced, but kids are very intelligent. They're intuitive. They know what they want. They know what they need, and they go for it. Um,
And kids have more logic than adults nowadays. It's kind of crazy.
uh-huh. What about the double standard of not questioning your parents? You can question every other adult, right? You question your parents, you're gonna be in trouble.
Oh yeah.
At least my parents weren't like that. I could question them. Um, Shit. As I got older, I started pulling their fucking card because like it is what it is. But even then, like there's people who are grown ass adults who can't say shit to their parents.
It's weird because children can question their parents when it's a nice question. Like earlier today when I woke up from my nap, I went and did some of the dishes that were there, and I started cooking. But before I even got into everything, our eldest came to me. He's like, "Hey, mommy, did you enjoy your nap?" I was like, "Yes, baby, I did." And he's like, "Okay, I'm hungry now." I was like, "Okay, I'm about to cook some steak and some yellow rice. You want that?" He's like, "Yeah." He's so innocent, just.
Yeah, that's I don't want no little fast ass girls around my 11-year-old son. Keep your fast ass daughters away from my son. There's another double standard. Yeah. Well, I don't want. I mean, I've never been the type that liked girls calling themselves my son's girlfriend. You're like that's fucking creepy. That's one double standard that's like weird. Like girl, oh he's so cute. He's gonna be my boyfriend. And it's like, yo, but imagine if a man did that to somebody's daughter. She's so cute. She's gonna be my girlfriend. Man, you sound like a fucking creepo.
Yeah.
You sound like a creepo either way, but for some reason, women get away with joking about being a pedophile. I don't. It's not cool. It's not cool. But that's one of the double standards we live with. And then let's see what other double standards are there when dealing as a kid. If bullies can do whatever the fuck they want to you. The second you hit back, now you're in trouble.
Oh, God. Oh my God. So speaking of that, I have a story to tell. I think I was like in fourth grade or something, and I think I told Scuttlebutt about this before. But I was like in fourth grade, and this girl was bothering this kid, this a boy, and he was like a troubled kid. Like he was always getting into fights, and just getting into shit, right? And this is around the time where he was like trying to mellow out, not getting into trouble or whatever, right? And she just kept fucking with him, like kept hitting him and just doing little shit to him for like a whole week. And then one day, she started her shit again with him, and he cracked her shit. He cracked the fuck out of her,
He got in trouble, right?
And he got in trouble. But it's like, why you're bothering him? You know what type of kid he is.
Yeah, you know he's gonna punch you.
Yeah, he's gonna eventually knock you the fuck out. Like what is your issue? So that's double standard right there, definitely.
I think there's another double standard when it comes to younger girls. Yo, what up? It's Kekun.
Hey, Kekin.
Drive safe.
Yeah, drive safe.
One of the double standards that I think is very detrimental to girls and it steals their innocence is when people claim that girls mature faster than boys. I remember growing up, there was a lot of girls, that guys my age would be interested in, and you couldn't get with them because they were already dating grown ass men. And they're like, oh, I'm mature, and it's like, no, you're being preyed upon, you're being groomed. But in their mind, they're like, oh, he likes me because I'm mature, instead of being like, no, he's a 23-year-old bum who can't find girls his own age, and so he's hanging around with you because you're naive and basically easy to manipulate because you think you're mature when it's really you're a victim. Um, so
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
mhm.
Madame.
Yeah, fuck them bitch ass motherfuckers.
Bitch ass, nigga. Bitch ass. Pussy ass. Crack ass. Where's that from?
um, I don't remember. I think I'll remember in a bit.
That's from somewhere.
I don't remember. It's from somewhere though.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy, Scuttle.
But it's a double-edged sword because like it allows older men to swoop in and steal their innocence, but then also at the same time that that bullshit, it's bullshit, all right? That blatant bullshit is what leads like a lot of women to talk really badly about men. Like we were watching this Hezekiah News post, this Hezekiah News video, the one that Pink Book Lessons was talking about, the 1986,
Oh,
the
shit.
single mothers,
Yeah.
and how this girl was talking about, oh, he not a man. He not a man because he don't take care of his babies. And it's like, y'all both are children.
Yeah.
Y'all both are 15 years old. Y'all both don't have the capacity to take care of your children. It is from Boondocks, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, you see these girls, and they be like, even now, girls would be 16, 17 years old and talking about, oh, if a guy doesn't make any money or if he does, he's a bum. And it's like, he don't even got his working papers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you don't get your working
Like,
papers.
why do you
16.
have... First off, where do you get the audacity to have such standards when you yourself are broke? You don't have a job, but yet you're expecting the guy you're dating to have a job?
Yeah, so basically, she was reacting to that documentary, and it actually popped up in our newsfeed. I mean, not newsfeed, but just the feed
A video feed,
yeah,
recommended videos.
Yeah, on YouTube. So we ended up watching the whole documentary, and it's just like crazy how generational curses just keep going, like, and nobody thinks about breaking the cycle. Like, one of the girls on there, her grandmother was a single mom,
And then,
young too,
yeah,
a teenage single mom. Her mom was a teenage single mom. She became a teenage single mom, and this wasn't that long ago.
yeah. This is 1986. This is right like 2 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. How you make somebody a grandma and they're like 45 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. But then again, there's that double standard of if you're complacent and complicit with the nonsense, people will love you. They'll enable your bad behavior. But as soon as you want to try to break emotional curses, then it's like, oh, now we're gonna ostracize you. We're gonna push you to the fringes. You know, we're gonna basically exile you because you don't want to be like us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not that we don't want to be like them. It's that you don't want to fucking experience the same mistakes. You know, and they say a wise man can learn from another man's mistakes. You know, but we're not allowed to do that. They're like, oh no, you're gonna make the same mistakes.
And it's crazy because those are the same women who want to eventually get married, want the whole, American dream of.
There's no such thing as the American dream.
Yeah, that shit don't exist anymore. But
What you talking about?
back then, those offsprings of those women, shit like that, like, oh, I want to be, they're like our age now. Those kids. basically. You know,
A little
like
bit older.
a little bit older. And money back, they out there talking about I want a 6-figure man and all this and that and whatever.
Ooh, so that gets into the double standards between men and women.
Mm-hmm.
So women can have a laundry list of standards. The man's got to be tall. He's got to be handsome. He's got to be funny. He's got to have a good job, right? He got to love his mama, but not love his mama too much, right? He got to love your mama, right?
But you don't gotta love his mama.
All these things, but what can you ask of women? What does she bring to the table? She is the table, and it's just like,
and then what we say, maybe.
Devon, get the tables.
That's for the wrestling fans out there. Y'all already know who that is. That was my favorite wrestling group.
And so it gets to the point where it's just like a lot of men are starting to opt out of relationships because it's like, oh, I gotta constantly do shit for this person who's not even gonna be nice to me. Why would I fly this flag? Why would I, put myself in a position to protect and provide for this person, to kill and die for them if need be, and they can treat me like a goddamn asshole. Like a lot of it's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day coming up. It's in 3 days. A lot of these women, they ain't getting their man a gift. They just gonna give him that same pre-owned pussy that they've been giving everybody else on Valentine's Day. And I'm not saying that sex ain't a nice thing, but that's not a gift. If a nigga went and bought you a motherfucking bag or bought you a pair of earrings or bought you some shit, and you turn around and you give him the same punani that you constantly give him, he gonna look at you. I'm tired of this fucking bitch, right? Like, your pussy's not a gift. A second pussy, now you're talking, But that's if your man need that. I mean, if he does, he already stepped out. He's not waiting for you to grant him that. I'm gonna be real here. Like what's one of that double standards? Oh, if a man cheats, he's a dog. He's a sick fucking pig, right? But if a woman cheats, it's because she's not getting something in her relationship.
What's another double standard? Mm-hmm. If a man cheats, it's the man's fault. If a woman cheats, it's still the man's fault.
Right? Like, it's a catch-22. What the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with these women? A lot of these women, they don't give a fuck who they're marrying. They want the ring. They want they want the grand gestures of affection. They want you to get down on one knee and propose to them, and be like, "I devote my life to you." But if you tell this, like there's this one clip, dude hit up his girl. She was at a baby shower for a coworker, and he was going through a very difficult, thing at the moment because his friend had just gotten into a car accident, like a good friend.
Yeah, like a friend of his 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. So he hit up his girl and he's like, "Yo, listen, I know you at your coworker's baby shower, but my friend is really hurt. He may not make it. I don't know how to.
Like on life support.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I need you. Can you please come?" And she was like, "Oh, nah, but I'm at my coworker's baby shower, like."
I already promised that I was gonna stay and help her clean up, and they're about to open the gifts, and there's a lot of gifts. I'm gonna be at like another 2 hours.
And he's like, "But when your grandmother died, I stopped doing what I was doing. I was at a basketball tournament out of state, and I
took the first flight back home.
I missed two games to come be by your side. You can't come be by my side." And then she's like, "Oh, you acting soft.
Why would you bring up my grandmother? That's petty. Like, that's my blood. He's not your blood. Like, all this shit is like, might as well be."
And it's like, you know what? At this point, yo, fuck your grandma. Yo, who the fuck you think you talking to? You the only person with loved ones? You the only person who can grieve? This is my peoples we talking about. If I'm supposed to respect your peoples, but you could disrespect my people, which is another double standard. If you ever notice, your girl, her friends could be straight up hoes. Straight up hoes. But, oh no, they're nice girls. Your friend, you got one friend who does something that your girl don't like, oh, he's a fucking moron. He's an idiot. I don't even know why you hang out with him. And it's like, you hang out with a bunch of hoes. And then be like, but I'm not a hoe. And it's like, excuse me, law averages state. Birds of a feather flock together. Y'all all grouped up. All 6 of y'all are together. So 5 of y'all are hoes and you're the only one that ain't a hoe? Like, get the fuck out of here. Right? Like, that's like saying that every nigga that hang out with one tough nigga, just because you hang out with a tough nigga, you a tough nigga now?
I feel like that culture started long ago, though.
What?
The culture of hating men.
Oh.
Like, it goes back to the shit that Pig Book Lessons was reacting to back in the 80s.
Shit, it even goes back further.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back further. It goes back to the slavery times, the buck breaking, the them chopping you know, castrating you in front of your peoples. You know, like it's and then of course we look at Willie Lynch, the way they make our sons weak, and then they train our daughters to be extremely masculine. Well, I wouldn't say. I mean, I think there is a problem with women with women adopting masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's another double standard. I don't know no woman who can fucking bench press 200 pounds. I don't.
Yeah.
But these women out here acting like they fucking tough. You know what I'm saying? How many women you seen be 5'2" trying to beat on a man 6 foot tall, right? And what, a man's not supposed to hit him or hit her? Nah, fuck that. I'm telling you right now. I don't give a fuck how short you are. I don't give a fuck how old you are. If you see me in the streets, if you see me out in public, right, and I don't know you, and you try to put your hands on me, I'm going to crack your shit. I don't give a fuck if you're a boy, a girl. I don't give a fuck if you're old or young. You put your hands on me, and you're gonna pay the price, right?
It's a difference between actually knowing hoes and being intertwined with them. We're not saying people who know hoes is a hoe themselves.
Yeah, no,
I know plenty of hoes.
Yeah, we all.
I'm not a hoe.
Yeah, we all know some hoes.
Yeah, we all know hoes. Like, there's some hoes. Yeah, exactly. Like,
why you think you take a hoe to a hotel? Hotel everybody, even the mayor. Look up in the sky, it's the hoe zone layer. Now, everybody knows some hoes, but if you out there hanging out with them, then I don't know. You probably get into some hoe activities. Like, if you a kid, right, if you a boy, and you hanging out with a bunch of motherfucking troublemakers, you going to get into some trouble. It's not like you're going to be there, guys, I don't think we should do this. Man, fuck you. Then take this gun. Right? If you don't shut your dumb ass up. and then look at you. Now you pressed up, fessed up by the cops. You hemmed your ass up, and since you're not tough, now you sitting there. It wasn't my fault. They made me do it, and then now you're snitching on the whole crew, right? But that's because you're not supposed to be there. You know you're not that. So why are you with them?
It is hot as fuck in here right now.
Caliente?
Caliente. Yo, the weather was like, what the fuck today?
It felt like spring. It felt like fucking spring outside.
Yeah, like...
It was nice.
It was nice as fuck today.
I'm gonna go skate tomorrow, even though my leg is not fully healed. I just want to see what I can do. Wow, so many double standards out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that shit with the women putting their hands on men. Like stop that. I don't know who raised you. My mother raised me to say, no, don't let nobody put their hands on you. Nobody. Give a fuck who they are. They don't know. Nobody. No. If you don't want nobody to put their hands on you, don't put your hands on anybody. It's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
You learn this in kindergarten. You know what you have to tell these women? Stop. There was this video and they're like, oh, but she ain't really hurt him. You still putting your hands on somebody.
You still egging them on. You're still
disrespecting them. Like, for example,
yeah.
Okay, so I can just fess you up then if I want. I'm not really hurting you. I'm holding you, right? You still
I'm
wouldn't
just
want
roughing
that.
you up.
Yeah, I'm just roughing you up. I'm just manhandling you a little bit. I ain't really hurt you. You ain't getting no bruises. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't put your hands on people. That's just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being dumb.
And then the women that do that, they get so surprised when the man hits back. They be so fucking surprised.
They'll cry. They'll do this. They'll play victim. That's something that they did learn from the Karens out there. How many Karens try some shit as soon as somebody backhand them? Pow!
Or they go, oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't believe you just fucking hit me.
Like the Karen that got smacked by the the lady in the gas station.
Mm-hmm. And then it's crazy because they'll try to put their hands on you. Exactly. Yeah. Nah. Fuck that. You went to go hit me first. I just parried you. You just got parried. That's all that happened. You tried to go for the first attack. I wasn't having it.
What about that video of the girl hitting the guy in the restaurant or some shit? I forgot what restaurant it was. And he fucking punched her through the window.
Hey, look at you fucking asshole!
That's a woman.
Like, okay.
That's a woman.
That's the stupidest thing. That's a lady. That's a woman. Then why she ain't acting like a lady? Why she throwing her fucking hands like she Conor McGregor? The fuck out of here with your fisticuffs. Who do you think you are? Alright? Women can fight too. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Woman's in the Justice League. You think Darkseid and this shit is going to be like, nah, I'm not, no, he's going to be like, fuck that, I'm working her too. Right? She going to get, nah, she going to get this work. She going to get this work. And then it just leads to a whole bunch of other shit. Like, if a woman hits you, it doesn't hurt, you know, because your feelings don't fucking matter. But her feelings, oh my God. I just feel like, and no, stop, right? I've literally have been hearing about dudes expressing things that bother them. And a woman's like, suck it up, be a man. But if the same thing happened to her, now it's all men are trash.
He slapped the fuck out of her.
Yep.
He slapped the fuck out of her.
Yep. The slap heard around the world when New York needed a hero.
It made me proud.
He's like, yo, he's a Steve Madden. And they're like, yo, nobody want no Steve Madden. And she tried to slap the guy. Saying, like, why you trying to hit him? Why you trying to hit him? And then she was like, then she hit him with the fucking Steve Madden. He turned around and hit him with the Huacatao. Yo, bro.
Yeah.
The way she smacked the shit out of her, bro.
Yo.
She wanted to be submissive for a second there after she got smacked. He clapped this shit. He clapped this shit.
And she got in trouble for that.
Mm-hmm.
She got in trouble
for that. She got in trouble for that.
He didn't get in trouble. She did.
Because he started on train.
Yeah, it was all caught on video how they were antagonizing him and all this shit, and throwing shoes at him and all that, and it's just for what? For what? Just to because y'all a woman and y'all want to assert dominance over a man?
That's OD masculine energy. Like, yo, listen, go ahead and throw your motherfucking booty at me. Go ahead. I'm gonna throw a Tim at you, a size 13 Tim, with my whole foot still in it. Alright? I'm gonna kick you in your head. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop. You people need to stop. The world don't love you. The world ain't fair either. You can sit there and be like, oh, he should have hit me because he's old. No, you're gonna end up getting yourself fucked up. People who think they're entitled to safety when they're out here bugging are gonna be the ones who are gonna have the rudest awakening when somebody breaks their face.
Yeah, yo, everybody's seen her soul leave her body. And you saw the surpriseness in her face, how surprised she was? Oh my God.
Yo, bro, you thought you would
that's what she gets.
You would have thought he was a fucking 8-ball the way how hard he hit her.
He's like, I love my jacket, I can't wear my jacket no more.
I can't wear my jacket no more, it's embarrassing. I cannot wear this jacket. I like the jacket. Yeah, but the fucked up thing is that he came over here trying to be a baseball player, and that shit fucked up his baseball prospects. Because they're like, oh, nah, you can't. You see, no, that's another double standard. When you an athlete, when you on the team, you can hit women all you fucking want, right? But before,
but if you do it before the team, you can't get it.
Yeah, before you get that contract, nah, you can't hit women. But now you on the team, you made it to the pennant. All right, nah, go ahead and slap a bitch. Like, well, what?
You on the team, alright? You could go and slap that bitch now. Go and slap a hoe.
As an NFL player, I would have a woman on the payroll to be like, nah, you get crazy, you're gonna have to deal with my female bodyguard who gonna beat the shit out of you. Right?
It'll be a fucking baby D times 3.
You know, like yeah, like some shit like that. But we don't condone hitting women.
But we do condone protecting yourself.
Yeah, like don't go around slapping people just for no reason.
Yeah, don't just go and slap a bitch because you don't like her face or something.
Yeah.
Like, if her face then says something to your face or hit your face or whatever, then maybe go ahead and slap the bitch. But
yeah, sometimes violence is not the answer. Violence is the question. Yes is the answer.
Yes is the answer.
I'm speaking in jest.
That's just how we are.
Excuse me.
Oh God!
I almost killed myself on the last one.
Fucking I just seen Madam Ray. That shit had me dead just now.
All right, so now we got. All right, so the emotions and friendships. Notice, women are allowed to have male friends, whoever friends, enabler friends, people who do bad shit, right? Your friends, just because they dress weird, I've seen some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? There was one day I was chilling with my boy, who I grew up with, and it's actually my boy Ronnie, his cousin. So we're all chilling at his house, and his sister asked him, like, why don't you dress more like I did? And I was like, man, that's just the way he dresses. Like, I dress the way I dress, and he dresses the way he dresses.
Yeah, he dressed more like metalhead, but more laid back metalhead kind of look.
Yeah, he was like a biker dad.
Yeah, more biker like. Right.
But because he wasn't into fashion, and it was weird because the girls were spending time in his house, but they were treating him bad, like he was weird. And it's like, but how you stay around somebody but yet like treat them bad, and just because his friends wanted to do like nerdy shit, like, oh, let's build computers and do this and bootleg shit, because that's something that we were big on back in the day. We would bootleg tons of shit. We were copying PS2 games and trying to figure out how to play on modded PS2s, and like, fuck it, man. Yep. Us niggas we're walking around with switchblades, we're doing all types of shit. We're just not, we're just different. We're different. I know, and when you're different, people don't like to treat you well. And that's not cool. No, just because, and that being different leads to, like, oh, you got a friend who, I don't know, just does something that nobody else does. Now all of a sudden people are acting like he's a weirdo. But then there's people who are actually weirdos and nobody treats like weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she's got a friend who just sleeps with anybody. Or she's 30 years old and she's still running around being boy crazy. No one's ever being like, you're not a fucking teenage girl, what are you doing?
Right.
Nobody ever says anything bad about, oh, she's just social.
She's just very social. She's a social butterfly.
I wasn't being fought by my cousins or anything like that. I mean, shit. I was a loner, so I had to fight for myself. So, and then a lot of people in my family really don't know me. I'm not really close to people in my family. A lot of people think that I'm just like quiet because I don't say money. What am I gonna fucking say? It's like that fucking joke in Goodfellas. What am I gonna say? My wife 2 times me? Right? Shut up! You're always talking. Right? I don't got nothing to say to you. What the fuck am I gonna say to you? Like, literally, that's like my dad would say the same shit. People think I don't like him because I don't talk. What the fuck am I gonna talk to you about? Right? You have nothing to talk about. So what? You want me to fucking come up with the goddamn? That's a double standard. Why the fuck I gotta come with the goddamn conversation? Like I'm trying to get with you or some shit. Why don't you have something to talk about?
Fucking older than me?
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Right? Fucking asshole. Like that's the same.
Fucking asshole. Yep. Okay, now there's this one double standard that is a contentious point. I don't feel like anybody should shame people for their sexual activities. What people do behind closed doors is their business. But we do have a lot of people who slut shame. Now, I'm one of those people that people gonna be slutty. People like to have sex, and there's some people who just that's what they want to do. They just want to have sex with as many people as and partners and as they want, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that when you try to mix out those activities with being in relationships and then whatever, that's when you get in muddy waters. Now, but I also do think that when you're trying to be in a relationship, especially like I think both ways, men and women, if you're out here being promiscuous, like your partner's gonna feel a type of way about it.
Yeah.
But I feel
if it's something that's supposed to be for you.
Yeah, but I feel it's worse for a girl to be promiscuous, and I think because women are the gatekeepers to sex. They're the ones who are the ones saying who can and cannot have sex. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It
just reminds me of like some shit that I had said on Facebook to somebody.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, if we're talking about consensual sex, because there are people who do messed up stuff and force themselves on people, and we're not talking about those people. Those people deserve to rot, put under the jail. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like consensual relations, the woman has the final say in it. So if you have the final say and you're constantly just allowing it, then that's when it gets really it's irresponsible. You know what I'm saying?
She changed her picture midway.
And for dudes, I don't respect it either. I don't think it should be respected that men get called studs when they walk around and they're fuck boys. I know tons of dudes who have slept with mad women, but if you were to pull like literally 20 of those girls and rate them on looks and personality, and you'd be like, what the fuck is this guy even doing? You just fuck anything, don't you? And so that in itself is, like if it's like a celebrity who gets to bed a bunch of supermodels and stuff like that, that's different. They're not an average person, But if you're like, oh, I'm attractive and I'm just gonna sleep with everybody in my town, also you get a rep that way. You sleep with one person, you sleep with two people.
Depends on what model you're talking about, cause.
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about like models, like actual models. I don't know. Then again, I mean.
Cause now models can range from size 0 to fucking size 36, 40. Okay, so depends on what type of model we're talking about. Cause you talking about? You could throw them on a rating scale too at that point.
But I think men should practice dick discipline too. Instead of because if you're one of those dudes who is constantly taking every opportunity to sleep with a woman, and then you're like, oh yeah, nah, I gotta get pussy, whatever. You're a fucking loser, bro. Like, you have nothing else going for you. That's what you do. You just sleep with bitches. And I get bitches. Like, okay. These women are insufferable. That's not like a flex, right? I just hang out with a bunch of assholes, right? Like,
that sucks, Natalie. That fucking sucks, because I'm like hella close with my cousins.
I'm alright with my cousins. We ain't fight, but we ain't close either.
Yeah.
Like,
your cousins are supposed to be like your second set of siblings, like that ass.
And like, people ain't close to their own siblings.
Yeah.
But nah, that I'm not about slut shaming, but also don't be sleeping with everybody. That's another thing too. If you got a job, if you're doing this, if you go to school, if you got responsibilities, you don't got time to be under somebody all day. You know what I'm saying? And if for somebody to be up under somebody new all the time, it's like, ugh. The other person's stench ain't even off you yet. Like, look at you, you nasty. You just like a cat in heat.
That fucking reminds me of, remember that one girl I was saying that fucking stunk that I worked with? That's what she smelled like.
Like a cat in heat?
She smelled disgusting.
Ew.
And me and the fucking manager, like, she walked by us to go downstairs for something, and she walked in between us. So we, like, looked at each other when she walked by, and I'm like, yo, did you smell that?
Did you smell that?
And she's like, yeah, but she's like, maybe she sweats a lot. I'm like, girl, I'm a big girl. We both know I sweat a lot, and I don't smell like that.
I don't know. Maybe she was
like
maybe she was an alcoholic. You know, alcoholics be all greasy and shit and sweating through their pores and stinky.
Nah, I think it was basically what we talking about right now. Oh, that's what that was. The stench of multiple people on you. Like,
oh, she smelled
that's what she smelled like.
You telling me she smelled like that?
Yes.
Oh. Smelled like she been.
She dead ass was trying to be like, yo, maybe she just sweats a lot. I was like, girl, I sweat a lot. I'm a big girl. We both know I sweat a lot. I never smell like that. She was like, that's true.
And then at this point too, like, yo, if these girls are out here wilding like that, yo, they might as well pay for dates. Cause they want to run around being niggas, then be a nigga then. You know, I guess they do for the Pookies and the Ray Rays. It's just like these bitch ass niggas that be complaining. Oh, I spent money on this dumb bitch, this fucking ungrateful broad, this and that. And it's like, why don't you just go find a nice girl who likes you for you, instead of trying, and then the girls be complaining, nah, I mess with this ain't shit ass nigga, and it's just like, you do it to yourself. You do it to yourself. You're complaining about shit you're doing to yourself. Not on my face.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's very unique. Yes. And then imagine them being a streetwalker type of person, smelling of liquor, and
dick.
Oh my God! Just smelling like the fucking underneath the underside of a bar.
Smelling like a brothel.
Ugh. Ew. Speaking of, what is something that's classy if you're, rich, but trashy if you're poor? Seeing a call girl. Yeah, yeah. That's what they call it when you're rich. You're gonna go see an escort or a call girl. When you're poor, you're turning tricks. That's another double standard there. Being bilingual. If you're bilingual, if you're rich, you're so cultured. Look at you, this international person. But if your parents are Mexican and you speak Mexican and then you speak Mexican. You speak Spanish and English. I mean, technically Mexican isn't a type of Spanish. Everybody got their own
Spanish,
own dialect, and
true.
slang. So
not all Spanish is the same. Not all Spanish is the same.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you could technically talk Mexican. I'm not wrong by saying that. But if you're bilingual, if you speak French, oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Unless of course you're Haitian or from the Ivory Coast, then that's trashy. All right. Government assistance.
Oh yeah.
Getting bailouts. That's rich baller shit.
Mm-hmm. That's rich baller shit.
Yeah. But food stamps? Oh no, you're trashy.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's people who get food stamps. Like I don't want to mention the group because I get canceled. But you know those people. Right. The ones that try to cancel Whoopi right now. But those people, they can get on food stamps, right? Because they're not technically married, by the state. So the woman's able to get food stamps, while she's with the dude who's making money. And that's illegal technically. It's fraud, but they don't get him on that. What? Oh.
Wow.
You know what's another thing that's trashy if you're poor, but classy if you're rich?
What?
Doing drugs and drinking and smoking and partying. Mm-hmm. Rich people smoke cigars and they're on yachts doing cocaine.
Go to an all-white yacht party.
but if you go to a block party, or if you hit a club like a little dance club, right, and double standards, man.
I'm going to a ball.
Going to a gala. We're gonna do hard white.
Hard white. I'm gonna sniff some snow.
That's classy. But if you're in a projects,
if you got a family gathering, passing a joint to your grandma,
you're fucking
a piece of trash. Oh my god. Yes, that's that passing a joint to your grandma. I definitely said that. I smoke with mine.
Yep, so that's literally that's selective outrage. That's what ends up creating these double standards.
What you chowing on?
Like, I feel people need to keep the same energy for all the things that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like something, there should be reasons for it. Or you should have your own reasons, And if something is very similar to that thing that you dislike, you shouldn't condone it just because it's from a place or somebody that you do like or you do accept. Because technically double standards are hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. And people really got to take a step back and be like, am I being a fucking hypocrite? Life, pretty much things in life are a two-way street. You get what you put in. So if you're expecting a whole bunch of greatness and awesomeness while you're putting in bullshit, then, yeah, why not? Then that's how it's going to be. A lot of this shit happens on YouTube. Certain YouTubers are allowed to do certain shit, say certain shit, while other YouTubers aren't. Content creators get their whole shit shut down for making certain mistakes. Other YouTubers, either because no one knows them or it's under the radar or they're too big, they don't get met with the same energy. Yep, it's selective and performative. I'm tired of people fucking trying to, it's brown nosing. Yeah, of course, yeah, no, that person's a piece of shit for doing that, but you're awesome for the same thing. That makes no
I
sense.
can't wait for your shit to come out, madame.
Where that's gonna be awesome when that comes out. That's gonna be pointing out a lot of the hypocrisy in those communities. Um, that's that's dope. But
Yeah.
I think we pretty much covered everything that we got to talk about.
What's some other other double standards that we have not touched on that y'all thought about?
I got one. We're supposed to be like the greatest country in the world, but like there's places where we don't got clean water. You know what I'm saying? Like this place is becoming more and more authoritative and tyrannical, but yet we're supposed to be the epitome of freedom and liberty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's silly to me. Yep, at the end of the day, you won't have to pay that ticky. And no ticky, no laundry.
Tick, tick, boom.
That's how, yeah. Eventually, the shit got, you gotta pay up. And at the
you
end.
gotta pay what you owe.
Yeah, and at that point, you're gonna be fucked. You're gonna be sitting there with your pockets inside out. And they're gonna put you in the back to scrub dishes on the big ass pots. I've never seen that happen. I've never seen like that in real life where you have to work at the fucking restaurant. Like, what would really happen if you went to a restaurant without money to get your food, and like you have to pay how much you owe. But would they make you work in the back?
Yeah. Shit. We some of them people.
Yeah, nah. There's a lot of bullshit on the internet spaces. Gonna be all exclusive. Yeah, no, there's certain.
I can't wait for that leakage.
I know certain shit, like when people were fucking accusing me of certain shit, and it's crazy because it's like they talk so much shit about other people, but then when you see the shit that they were talking about, for example, when this girl was accusing me of supporting her doxers, and apparently, you know, like, oh, Madame was one, but she's trying to find Madame's true identity, but it's just like.
And she doesn't even have screenshots of that, though. She screenshots everything, but she don't got screenshots of that.
Exactly. So it's just like your logic, it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people gonna see the holes in your story, and it's gonna be like, they don't make sense. You know, but then if something happens to her, then it's all this and that. But if something happens to somebody else, they don't have the same energy. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been the one calling people out and saying, "Yo, I don't care." People don't care if people fucking get doxxed. They don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. They just they oh my god, that's so terrible and whatever. That person could get hurt, and then they go on a press tour and then they try to boost their own channel, and it's like, what about the person who got doxxed? What about them? How, you know, they can't fucking go outside or some shit, or you know, they're starting to look at every, you know, that nobody used to drive through their neighborhood. Now all of a sudden there's a bunch of cars driving in their neighborhood. You know, once they've been doxxed, now they're all fucking paranoid. You don't know about what's going on with those people, but it's like, oh no, I reported on it, so I'm a good person. Now I can grow my YouTube channel while talking about other people. It's like, what? Which is why, like, you know, which is one of the reasons why I haven't done anything. Like I explained yesterday, I've been in the house, so I don't want to, like, do nothing. Like, but now that I'm going to be out and about, now I'm going to be filming stuff and, you know, whatever. Like, it's going to be different now. I just have to get busy. I have to get back to work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go, but
What is done in the dark comes to light.
Always.
Starting to feel less bothered in this area here.
It's good.
Goddamn tongue was swollen, man. What the fuck? Bit the shit out this motherfucker. I can feel where I bit my tongue.
That sucks.
It's
I hate biting my fucking tongue.
just the worst. It's the worst.
It's the worst. Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna call it a night. We had a short one. Didn't want to take up too much of people's time. Just wanted to come on here. We goofed off a little bit on this one, but I think talking about all those double standards, gives people things to think about. You're not always a good guy. Sometimes you're the bad guy. And even though you don't think yourself as bad, sometimes you're not really thinking about like where you are and what role you're playing. Like be more cognizant of what you're doing and of the judgments you're making. If you see that you got double standards in your belief system, then like you gotta really take a step back and be like, yo,
reevaluate.
Yeah, what the fuck am I doing? What am I thinking? What kind of shit am I consuming? Because yeah, I know we got a little on the ladies this podcast, because a lot of double standards, like there are double standards for men. Like men could be pretty much be regular dudes and not really get treated badly by society, and then even women who are pretty are harassed and stuff like that. But then there's their own, everything has a pro and a con. I'm not saying things are balanced, and I'm not saying things are fair. That's one thing. People think they're entitled to fairness. No, you're not. Sometimes shit just is the way it is, and that's it. If it's systemically like some bullshit, then of course, yeah, you gotta fight that. But like, you're not gonna fight society as a whole. You know what I'm saying? If you're out here doing weird shit, like promoting things that are like not good for people, and people are like, yo, what the fuck, dude? And you're like, yo, man, these people are trying to shut me down. And it's like, nah, bro, like you're not even thinking about what you're doing.
No, yeah, girl, we already know.
Yeah, I think it comes down to like peace too. You can't always be angry about like what everybody's doing. Nah, they're gonna get theirs, and if you feel like you're gonna give them that work, do so, but do it in a way where you're like your emotions are a little bit removed from it.
Yeah,
and it's all about logic. You can have your fun with it and put your own spin on it, but my shit is like it's about logic.
You eventually did on your lives and shit. Some lives that we both were in.
Oh.
What?
I'm feeling nice.
He just took a hit of the joint. He's like, oh. He got his eyes closed and shit, joint up, like pinky up and shit. The fuck?
That's good.
You were still painted negatively. That's what. Yeah, of course. Of course you were. Even though you even got emotional and all that.
But when the dust clears, we all gonna know what the truth is gonna be. is gonna come out that
Yo, and if that shit ends up on fucking Prime, you say you was trying to put it on? That shit ends up on Prime? Woo-hoo! Oh my god.
people probably gonna pick it up. Now this whole shit too, this whole fucking racist shit that I see on YouTube is ridiculous. Like if you go on to like any news report, you will see that YouTube does not get rid of the racist comments towards blacks. They're like, oh, Black History Month at it again. La Monkey James is saying shit like that. But the second you call somebody some shit, fuck you, you wet dog smelling motherfucker. Now all of a sudden, you know, you're blocked.
Yeah.
And it's like you call somebody a monkey. You know what I'm saying? Like you call the black person a monkey, but I can't call you a motherfucker. Like,
yeah, like anybody could be a motherfucker. Like monkeys is a fucking slur exclusively to blacks. Like what?
saying all types of shit. And it's like, dude, like, yo, how many of you racist motherfuckers had, like, your wife cheat on you with a big black dick? Jesus Christ. Get over yourself, man. Jesus. Like, how do you hate black people this much?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Said nobody names being censored. Oh, shit. Yo, you about to send the whole fucking army to that community. Oh,
you gotta have to deal with a bunch of shit, you know?
Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to deal with a bunch of shit because it's on Amazon. If it gets on Amazon Prime, the whole world is seeing that.
Yeah.
The whole world.
I think it's gonna be most effective on YouTube because people on YouTube's gonna want to know about that.
Mm-hmm.
But the more exposure it gets, the better.
Yeah, I feel like Amazon Prime is much bigger than YouTube too.
I don't know, but
like a lot of people watch Amazon Prime for different things, like documentaries and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I think documentaries, yeah. But I think
basically what.
But I think YouTube is also changing too because everybody comes only here for long form content.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody comes here for like short form content. Really, they're trying to make it that way, but like all that shit's on TikTok, which we don't fucking do because I don't even want to make long form content, let alone short form content.
And it's like, what are we gonna do on TikTok? Like, I had, like, the only fucking videos that I got on TikTok so far is, like, cooking videos. Me making my cookies and the TikTok of the cheesecake from Geki.
Yeah.
And another one of me making my beef stew.
Okay.
And that's it.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, yo, good night, folks. Thank you for being here. We'll see you on another day.
I'm gonna be crying when I see how many Twitter accounts are private. All usernames are being shown. Literally showing Brock's list of people who supported her smear campaign about my black ass. All the likes, all the shares. Yo! And those names will be shown. Holy shit!
Yeah, people
Oh my god!
people gonna switch their names around, try to hide and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, you doxed me because that was my private Twitter." And I'm like, "But you're publicly saying racist shit, so fuck off." Yeah, no, that's another double standard. They can say everything they can about you in your past, but the second you talk about them, it's a problem. But good night. My name is Zales.
And I'm Diamond.
We are the Carbon Couple.
And we're signing off.
Peace.